You might have seen media reports pinning the COVID-19 outbreak on these cute little spiny anteaters called pangolins. Or you might have heard reports that bats, the horseshoe bat, is a reservoir where all this started. Now there's evidence that cats, whether it's the tigers in the Bronx Zoo or our domestic partners, can harbor the virus. The reality of it is that this virus is very complicated. Coronaviruses can inhabit multiple species. And, as we think about the ways that we share vulnerabilities with others, about new ethics of intimacy with other mammals, other kinds of life, I think it's also important to think about this particular crisis in the context of other crises that are going on, not just climate change and global warming, but the ways that our agricultural practices, the ways that our settlement patterns have dramatically impacted other kinds of life on Earth that's not like us. So as we think about living with others on this planet at the current moment, it's important to remember the massive declines of other life forms that are usually unregarded. This is a picture of an insect, a dragonfly. The other day, I encountered a nymph that was emerging and becoming an adult. The wings were solidifying, they were growing out. And that gave me a moment of pause to reflect on, at the same time, I'm feeling anxiety about being around cats, about being around other people, as these viral clouds that are fuzzy in ontological and epistemological domains make it very difficult to negotiate certain kinds of intimacies. We can embrace and celebrate these forgotten life forms. So if you look at the last 20, 30 years, we've seen a dramatic decline in invertebrate life. Specifically of insects, we've seen in some cases a decrease of 70% of populations as a result of widespread pesticide use, as a result of farm fields, as a result of where we build our houses. So I think now is a time to step back and reflect on the Anthropocene about what kinds of animal life is proliferating, what kinds of emergent risks and dangers, but also what kinds of future possibilities of flourishing might suddenly be enabled. How might we learn to live with others that we have neglected?